Good morning, 9th standard students. This is a Solve with Me video where I plan on discussing the questions I had given to you based on the direct object pronouns, which I had given you at the end of part 2 of the explanation series. Okay, so let's begin. I'm not going to discuss why we use the direct object pronouns, okay, because you can figure that out, I'm sure, by yourself. Okay, what is the subject, what is the verb, and what is the object of the sentence. I only want to discuss which direct object pronoun you use and where you place it. Okay, so the first one, la télévision, is gives you the la itself tells you that it is feminine singular, so you will use la as a direct object. Now, where do you place it? You ignore the negation whenever you have it. You will always write it back in the answer. Okay, but when you're deciding placement, just ignore it. You have M and you have regarder. So M is conjugated, regarder is full. When you have one conjugate, one full, it always comes immediately before the full verb. So it will become, now you rewrite the negation as it is. It will become je n'aime pas la regarder. Okay. Next one. Neil mange la banane pour son petit déjeuner. Now la banane, again, it's giving you the clue here straight away that it is feminine singular. Therefore, you have to use la. Now, where do you place it? This is simple. It's just a single verb, so it comes before the verb. It will become Neil la mange, and then whatever comes after the blank, sorry, after the underlined part, please write it as it is. Okay, because that's still a part of the sentence. Neil la mange pour son petit déjeuner. So Neil eats the banana for his breakfast. Neil eats it for his breakfast. Okay. Tu dois respecter tes parents. You must respect your parents. So tes parents here is the object which is masculine plural. So you will have to replace it with les. Okay. And where do you place it now? Dois is the verb conjugated, as you know. Respecter is full. It will come before the full verb. So it becomes as tu dois les respecter. You have to respect them, or you must respect them. Then, nous avons vu les films d'horreur. Now, les films d'horreur is masculine plural, will become les. Now, where do you place it? This is passé composé, so. In passé composé, auxiliary participle. It is placed before the auxiliary. So, it will become nous les avons vus. Now, please remember that when you're talking about passé composé and the direct object, you have to agree the participle with what you've replaced. What you've replaced is masculine plural, so the extra that you need to add on to the participle is an extra s. So it will become nous les avons vus with an s. Okay. Maman apprécie le vin rouge. Le vin rouge is masculine singular, which means you have to replace it with le. Where do you place it? Apprécie is just a single verb, so it comes before it. So it become maman. Now, when you put le and apprécie, there will be a clash between E and A. So remember, when there's a clash, the first vowel is always substituted with an apostrophe. So it will become maman l'apprécie. Okay, not le apprécie, l'apprécie. Mama appreciates it. Then ils ont acheté les glaces au magasin. Now les glaces is feminine plural. Okay, because it's la glace, the ice cream, which means you will replace it with les. Now, where do you place it? Passé composé, so it comes before the auxiliary. It becomes ils les ont achetés au magasin. Right? Now, remember, passé composé, direct object, you have to agree with the participle with what you've replaced. You have replaced with feminine plural, so feminine means extra e, plural means extra s. So you have to add es here. Okay? They bought them at the shop. Then, tu viens d'offrir tes cadeaux. You have just offered your gifts. So, tes cadeaux here becomes the direct object, which is masculine plural. So you have to replace it with les. Now, where do you place the les? Viens is conjugated, offrir is full. Forget about the de. Offrir is full. So you have to place it immediately before the full verb. So it becomes tu viens de les offrir. You have just offered them. Now, why have I done this? This D apostrophe is because O is a vowel, right? Now, what has come here? This is a consonant. So the E comes back. Okay. Next, elle faisait le jardinage. So le jardinage is the gardening, is masculine singular. Replace it with le. And there's just one verb here, which is the imparfait. So it will become elle le faisait. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. J'ai appelé mes parents hier. I called my parents yesterday. Now, mes parents becomes the direct object here, which is masculine plural les. Where do you place it? You place it before the auxiliary because it's the passé composé. So it will become je les ai appelés hier. Now, passé composé means you have to agree the participle with what you've replaced as masculine plural, so an extra s. Then, la femme aime faire le bricolage. The bricolage is like crafts, okay, which is masculine singular, so le. Placement will be M is conjugated, faire is full, so it will be before faire. La femme aime le faire. Then, nous prenons le vol demain. Le vol is the flight or the plane. So masculine singular replaced by le. Where do you place it? Just a single verb, so it will come before. So it will become nous le prenons demain. Then, la directrice is feminine singular, will be replaced by la. So, je peux contacter la directrice. Peut is pouvoir conjugated. Contacter is full. So, conjugated full, it will come before the full, the pronoun. So, it will become je peux la contacter. And then the rest of the sentence, if there is anything, as it is, to the suite. Okay? Then, les frites are French fries, which is, it's la frite in the singular, so it becomes feminine plural, replaced with les. Now, this is passé composé, it will be placed before the auxiliary. So, ils les ont mangés au restaurant. Now, be careful here, passé composé direct object. Participle will agree with this feminine plural, which is an extra e and an extra s. Okay, so it will become manger, e, s. Okay, the first e is from the participle. Now, second one, elle met cette couverture sur le lit. Cette couverture, this blanket. So, it is feminine singular, which means it will be replaced by la. This is just a single verb, so it's placed before. Elle la met sur le lit. Okay, she puts it on the bed. Then, Rohan a visité son ami japonais. Son ami japonais is masculine singular, replaced with le. Where will you place it? A visité passé composé, so it will come before the auxiliary. Rohan. Now, when you put le here, e and a will clash, so replace the e with apostrophe. La visité. Okay. Now, agreement has to happen because direct object passé composé. But masculine singular, we don't have to take any agreement. Okay, just to revise, masculine singular, there is no agreement. Feminine singular is plus e. Masculine plural is plus s. Feminine plural is plus e and s. Okay, which makes it plus es. Okay, so for masculine singular, we don't have to do anything. This remains as it is. Then, vous avez fini vos classes. You finished your classes. So, vos classes becomes, it's la classe in the singular, so it becomes feminine plural. You have to replace it with les. So, where do you place it now? Passé composé, it will come before the auxiliary. So, vous les avez fini. Now, again, passé composé, direct object. Now, this time it's feminine plural. So, the agreement is plus es. Okay, so it will come here es. Okay. Next, nous venons de donner la bonne réponse. La bonne réponse is feminine singular. Okay, so it will become la. Okay, and where do you place it now? Venons is conjugated. Donner is full, so it has to come before the full verb. I'm writing it here. It will become nous venons de la donner. Okay. Let's look at the next few. These are the last set. So, elle a vu la tour Eiffel. La tour Eiffel is feminine singular. You are replacing it with la, and it will be placed before the auxiliary. When it is placed before the auxiliary, A and A clash, it will become elle l'a vu. Okay. Now, la tour Eiffel feminine singular, so agreement to the participle is an extra e, and then this will come down as it is. Sa voiture is feminine singular, which means you are replacing it with la. Where do you place it now? Ignore the negation for the time being. Vendre, conjugated full. It comes before the full. So it will become Marie ne veut pas la vendre. Then Jean-Luc doit lire. Le journal is masculine singular. So you have to replace with le. And where do you place it? Doit is conjugated, lire is full. It will come before the full. So it will become Jean-Luc doit le lire. Then, il a écrit les lettres à ses parents. Les lettres is singular is la lettre, so feminine plural. You are replacing with les. Passé composé, so it will come before the auxiliary. Il les a écrit. What agreement has to happen now? Because it's feminine plural, es. Okay, il les a écrites à ses parents. Then, je suis content de voir mes amis. Now, mes amis here is masculine plural. You have to replace with les. Now, be careful here. There are two verbs here. Suis and voir. So, are you happy to see them or are them happy to see you? You are happy to see them, correct? So, it has to come after. In English, it comes after see. Therefore, the pronoun is associated with this verb. Okay, voir. So you'll have to place it before this verb. It will become je suis content de les voir. I am happy to see them. Okay. Then j'écoute la musique classique chaque nuit. La musique classique becomes feminine singular, which is la. Okay. Now, where do you place it? It's just a single verb, so you'll have to place it before. When you put la here, it will clash. So you remove the A and put L apostrophe. Now that J apostrophe returns back to JE because there is L now. Okay, so the apostrophe from the je goes and becomes je l'écoute chaque nuit. Then, les architectes ont construit les bâtiments. Les bâtiments is in the singular is le bâtiment, so masculine plural is les. So now this is passé composé, it will come before the auxiliary. Les architectes les ont construit is the past participle which will undergo an agreement of an extra s because masculine plural. Then les enfants adorent leur nouvelle école. Their new school becomes une école, which is feminine singular, is la. Where do you place it? Just a single verb, so before that. And when you place la here, there will be a clash. So to delete the first A and it will become an apostrophe. It will become les enfants l'adorent. Okay. And the last one, Anisha dessine les belles images dans la classe. Les belles images will give you feminine plural, which is les. Okay. A dessiner passé composite has to come before the auxiliary. So I'm putting it here. Anish les a dessiné. Now, passé composite, so you have to agree the participle. Feminine plural, so extra E and extra S, and then the rest of the sentence as it is. Okay. With that, we wind up this video of Solve With Me. Hope you've understood and the concept of direct object pronouns is very clear to you. Till we meet again with a new video. Thank you and take care.